Rush Hour for Wednesday, August 13th. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. They are the official truck partners of the Chicago Bears. And Tasty Trade, stocks, options, futures, crypto, wherever you trade, it should be at Tasty Trade. TastyTrade.com. Let's get into it. I got a lot of football news while you've been at school, at work, busy with the kids. Here's what you're missing. The Bears back on the practice field today as they continue to work on getting Caleb Williams a little more comfortable processing under duress while learning Ben Johnson's offensive system. Johnson said after practice, the Bears starters will indeed play Sunday night at Soldier Field in the preseason game number 2 against the Bills. How much time for Caleb Williams, coach? To be determined, Johnson said. Depends on the joint practice with the Bills on Friday as well. Sean McDermott, the Buffalo coach, said, unsure if I'll play my starters in the game. Johnson also said Jalen Johnson with a leg injury, right on track with his rehab to be available for week 1. Kyler Gordon with a hamstring, considered week to week, but Johnson said he hopes they'll be able to get the nickel corner back before the end of training camp. Good news. Finally, here's the difference between former coach Matt Eberflus and the way his staff was never, ever open about discussing a player's struggles on the field versus Ben Johnson and how his staff answers questions about their players. O-line coach Dan Rauscher, a longtime vet in the NFL, asked about left tackle Braxton Jones. Here's his answer. He reverted back to whatever this is. That is not acceptable. Every day we need to come in with a standard, and we'll hold them to that standard. I love that. Ben Johnson will be live on the Kap and J Hood show on ESPN 1000, 8 a.m. Thursday morning. If you have a question you'd like us to ask, shoot me a tweet at the Capman on Twitter, X, whatever you call it. Our Ankin Law question of the day, 312-6 million, for the best personal injury attorney in Illinois, the award-winning Howard Ankin, AnkinLaw.com. Your thoughts on the news that the Bears are going to play their starters, and how long would you play them? Best response, Lou Malnati's gift card, LouMalnatis.com for a location near you. Buffalo Bills running back James Cook, who's been a hold out and hold in during camp, this morning agreed to a 4-year, $48 million deal with $30 million guaranteed. He is now locked in and should be back with the Bills, but not expected to play on Sunday. Here is today's Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric stat of the day. Here are the 5 most valuable football franchises per Sportico's annual NFL valuations that are released today. Cowboys, clearly number 1, $12.8 billion worth. Rams, second, 10.43. Giants, 10.25. Patriots, 8.76. 49ers, 8.6. That's the top 5. Where's the beloved? 11th, a valuation of $7.45 billion. Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders injured in oblique throwing this morning and was held out of the first day of joint practices with the Eagles. He will undergo an MRI later today. White Sox beat the Tigers 9-6 Tuesday evening. Bottom of the order, Teal, Caro, Curtis Mead, 7 for 14 with 5 runs scored, 5 RBIs, and Caro's 4th home run, the major league leading 42nd hit by the Sox since the break. Rookie shortstop Colson Montgomery, a bases loaded 2-run single. Montgomery has 26 RBIs since the break, second in baseball only to the Phillies' Kyle Schwarber, who has 28. Sox and Tigers play the rubber game of their 3-game set this afternoon at Rate Field. First pitch, 1:10. We'll have the recap. Cubs play game 2 of their 3-game series against the Blue Jays in Toronto. Cade Horton against Jays veteran Kevin Gossman. First pitch at 6:07. Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric stat of the day. This is courtesy of a great follow on Twitter, the Wrigley Wire. The Cubs with no outs and runners in scoring position. Before the break, 313, 352, 475 slash line with a 126 weighted runs created plus. That's really good. After the break, 207, 219, 345 with a 59 weighted runs created plus. League average is 100. And finally, according to Bob Nightingale of USA Today, Andrew Vaughn suddenly in the top 10 in NL MVP discussion with another 3-run home run, 32 RBIs since joining the Brewers. They are 24-4 since he was traded from the Sox to the Brewers for known crybaby, I don't want to pitch in the bullpen. Got shipped out, Aaron Savali. And finally, you want to take a shot at me, Ryan McGuffey, and the rest of the Recap team in fantasy? It's free. First place is $5,000. That's right. And you know you're starting 1-0 when you play Guff. That's easy. That's like a bye week. We call that free money they're giving out. Guess what? Go to recap, REKAP.renegadefantasy.com and sign up and play us today. I'm feisty, baby. Let's go. Have a great day. Take that.